Now this is a photograph that I took on Teghut Mountain back in 2007 before they started cutting these trees where they're going to begin mining. And just a quick word about Teghut, and I'd like to mention it now because it's really becoming a very, very active issue for a growing group of environmental activists in Armenia who are primarily in their 20s, and I was very happy to hear that the AYF in LA is now also becoming actively involved in the Teghut movement, and I believe they're selling t-shirts right outside, which are beautiful. It's got a fist with a tree coming out of it, which I love very much. I bought one myself. So a quick word about the Teghut mine. It's owned by the Armenian Copper Program, which is a subsidiary of the Valex Corporation, owned by an Armenian from Moscow. It's registered in the country of Liechtenstein. The license was granted in 2001 by the government in violation of 7 international agreements that were signed by the Armenian government, as well as numerous national laws, and violates the Armenian constitution. The deposit is estimated to contain 450 million tons of ore at an average grade of 3% copper and 0.02% molybdenum. So once again, imagine how much waste is going to be generated by this. They have a permit to mine for a period of over 25 years, and the production capacity of the Teghut mine is estimated by the company to be 7 million tons annually, with a projected annual output of over $87 million. Sounds like a lot of money. However, the Armenian government is essentially giving this away. The amount of money that the government is going to receive from taxing them is minuscule compared to what is going to be shipped out of the country and what they're going to leave future generations in Armenia. Over 1,500 acres of forest will be clear-cut to expedite the mountaintop removal, and over 2,600 acres of forest in a pristine gorge are going to be permanently damaged. Entire ecosystems, including habitats of endangered plants and animals, will be jeopardized. The dumpings of tailings containing silver, rhenium, lead, arsenic, copper, molybdenum, zinc, sulfurous compounds, it goes on and on. These are going to be dumped into the nearby Shanog Valley, which has a river going through it, oddly enough, which leads right into the bed. There's also been studies done which indicate there are numerous rare and endangered plants and animals found in this Teghut forest that are found only in Armenia, as well as numerous historical monuments. Doesn't matter, they're taking it down anyway. There was an environmental impact assessment done on this project, and guess who did it? The Armenian Copper Program. The government, nobody insisted on an independent source doing the environmental impact assessment, and of course they said, not going to be a big deal, don't worry. Now this has been an outrage. We tried to organize an international protest against this beginning in 2007 and 2008. We couldn't generate a whole lot of interest. And even back then, there wasn't a lot of interest locally, but since then, the issue has taken off, and it's given me such great hope for Armenia to see all these young people going out there. There's now an Occupy Teghut movement. They're looking for sleeping bags and tents. They're going to go and camp out there, and they're going to stop this mine from being built. And it just gives me such great hope. This is what happened several years after that first photograph was taken. And I'm very happy to also report to you that just last week, I heard in the news, and it's been widespread all over the internet, it's gone viral, the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe passed a declaration entitled The Condemnation of the Man-Made Ecological Disaster Project of Teghut. It was signed by 44 European parliamentarians representing 27 nations. It relates to Armenia's environmental crisis, and Teghut in particular, and it notes that, quote, we strongly condemn the continuing violations of the international obligations of the Armenian government, and we demand that all decisions regarding the Teghut mine exploitation be considered invalid. Dr. Shirinian and the Greens Union of Armenia are proposing that there be an immediate moratorium on open pit mining in Armenia, that there be no explosions allowed in any mines, that the ore must be evacuated, that you can only go into a mine. You can dig a hole and pull it out, but you can't just blow it up or just do open pit mining. Mine tailings must be isolated within the environment, are not dumped into unlined ponds. It has to be isolated from the environment, I'm sorry. And they should be stored in heavily lined reservoirs which have covers. And there should be no dumping of waste rock on land. It must be recycled or placed back into the cavities from which it was taken. So I want to encourage, I'm asking all of you to please to put Teghut into your Google search engine and try to learn as much as you can. We have to do everything we can to prevent this huge ecological disaster from taking place in Armenia. I mean, this is going to be a death zone for many, many years to come, and I can tell I'm very passionate about it. We have a whole series of DVDs, one of which covers mining. ATP did it with Them Media Arts a few years ago. You're welcome to take them. There's a series of 9 films on various topics of environmental issues in Armenia. They're free. Take them home, show them to your family, show your friends. And the more you can do, stay in touch with us, and we'll keep you informed. Thank you.